Alright, here we go. The map, it is Neo Tornado, and we have Idra as the white Terran in the top right, and we have NonY as the brown Protoss in the bottom right. You know, the spot's a little bit closer for Idra, so, you know, Terran always wants to be closer to his opponent, and Protoss always wants to be further away, pretty much, you know. Other than that, just cheesing, it's pretty good for Protoss to be close, but overall he wants to be far away so that Terran attacks take a lot longer to get there.
Right, and the chips are just stacking up against NonY. He's on an unfamiliar map, down a game, and he didn't get cross positions. He would have really liked to see that. What are the possible cheeses you think NonY could do? It looks like it's not going to happen, given that we're getting this standard pylon timing.
Yeah, you know, he's really not proxying at all, and I can't blame him for not proxying here because, you know, it's such a big map. Even if you proxy in the center, it's, you know, you're going to have to find out where he is, and by then he might have a wall in, and suddenly you're like, oh, I have 2 gateways of zealots and no probes, and he has a wall in. Huh. But, you know, there's other cheeses he can do, some tech-based cheeses, maybe a Dark Templar drop, you know, maybe some sort of crazy 3-gateway Bulldog, DT rush. I don't know, you know, there's a lot of different cheesy rush builds that Protoss can do against Terran, and I'm really hoping that we do end up seeing one of those out of NonY this game, and I really expect it to. You know, none of his other games have been, you know, really quick, aggressive cheeses. They were, you know, more like timing type cheeses. So, you know, I think it's time. He's due.
Yeah, I got to agree. And also, I noticed that last game, when we were saying it's smart that NonY didn't cheese, looking at what Idra did afterwards, he had a very late engineering bay. I believe he actually built it in the center of the map. And he also had a late academy, so maybe a Dark Templar drop would have, or excuse me, even running in with Dark Templar. There's a Manor Pylon. That is cute. When that probe can't steal the gas, don't think it's over, my friends. He's going to Manor Pylon that and gets 2 SCVs trapped in. Oh, that's so cute.
Oh man, it is never over with a probe. These things excel so fast. They regenerate their own health. They have ranged attack. It's kind of ridiculous. As you see, he's harassing an SCV, but Idra's staying on top of it. You know, Manor Pylons, so very annoying, and Idra getting 2 SCVs stuck in there, so, you know, that is more than worth its weight in minerals.
Yeah, so if you've never seen this tactic before, what happens is he's blocked access to these 2 minerals. Look at the SCV going around all the way to the top, and also these 2 trapped in can't get out. So a very cute maneuver, and it's not over once it's dead because this probe is still alive, my friends. Who knows what it's going to get up to next time?
You are a friendly guy, Chill.
Oh, 100 minerals, get in there.
Alright, and the probe trying to get around, but you know, Marines are out, so the Manor Pylon will die quicker if it even does get up, but Idra blocking it smartly with that SCV. And Idra still has 2 SCVs on gas. That's kind of interesting, especially considering he's lost minerals due to that Manor Pylon. So we might be seeing some sort of tech build out of Idra here.
And everything looks pretty standard from NonY here. He's got his Dragoon coming. Actually, something that's a little non-standard is this Zealot coming up. But it looks like Idra's going to be fine. He's making his 3rd Marine, just rallying it, and the factory looks well-timed. We got range coming from NonY and no other tech building, so this isn't some sort of ridiculously fast Dark Templar rush or anything like that. Looks like it's going to be reasonably standard thus far.
Indeed it is. Now the Zealot coming in, he's at least going to get some scouting intel. Idra still 2 SCVs on the gas, so NonY's going to be wondering what exactly is going on. And look at that, a beautiful building placement as you see with that depot underneath the command center, the factory to the right, and the barracks to the left. Plenty of tiny holes. Those holes only very small animation units like Marines can get through. And that messes up the AI of the Zealot. He's going to be trying to attack, they run through, and suddenly he's like, oh no, I'm actually really far away from those Marines. So good building placement there. And Idra holds off that Zealot very easily, no damage.
And meanwhile, at the ramp of NonY, he had his Dragoon a little misplaced. The SCV made a move to get in, but got blocked, so that's very nice, because now Idra has no idea what's behind there. And we can see the robotics is coming in, so it's going to be some sort of quick Reaver, but, you know, he's still thinking. There's no expansion. What's back there? Is it a Dark Templar? Is it robotics? Like, what is it?
Yeah, and you know, the counter against all that is pretty much the same. If you're scared that you're going to get cheesed by something, make turrets. You know, they detect, they stop shuttles, and there we go, the engineering bay right on time. Idra has heard us and is making that in his main base. So it looks like he's going to do a siege expand. Look at this, the attack on the ramp, the Zealot taking the hits, and 2 Dragoons up. Range is done, only 1 siege tank out. Idra going down to repair, but he may in fact get this tank. Nope, never
Looks
mind.
like it's going to be okay. 3rd Dragoon coming, but he's going to have to give up the ramp, and that 1 Dragoon is deep in the red with only 10 HP, repairing the tank now, so everything looks like he's going to be okay. It's going to be okay for Idra. Is Siege complete? No, Siege actually just starting. 2nd tank out now, and let's check in on the Reaver progress. Shuttle out, support bay just about finished, so that's going to be coming in pretty quickly. This engineering bay well-timed, so it's just going to be a matter of where the turrets go up. Are they going to be to defend DTs or Reavers?
Yeah, you know, if you're defending DTs, you want the turrets in near your minerals, near your buildings. If you're defending Reavers, you want the turrets on the edge of your base. It looks like Idra is going to be going for the safer of the two. You know, turrets still good against Reavers near the command center, but, you know, of course not quite as good. The Reaver's already in your base at that point. Now, this is kind of interesting the way NonY's playing. Look at this. He's getting Reaver and expanding, so he's actually playing quite confidently in his skills. He's really not resorting to any sort of all-in tactics, and that's a little bit puzzling to me because, you know, he's got to feel like, okay, you know what, Idra's better than me right now, and I would think in that situation he'd try, you know, maybe Reaver plus 3 gateways or something, you know, something crazy to try to catch him off guard and kill him.
Yeah, but looks like he's not doing that. 2 Zealots and Reaver in the shuttle. Flying towards a natural. This could be some sort of Reaver Bulldog. We've seen that pulled off very well. There's 4 Dragoons there. 1 sneaking up, taking a look at what's up there. 3rd tank out now with siege mode. Here comes the shuttle moving in. Looks like NonY wanted to clear that turret. He's moving in, actually. This is surprising. He's going straight for those tanks, dropping the Zealots, dropping the Reaver. Here we go. Here's the Bulldog. That's going to take out the 2 tanks with that 1 Scarab. Now, all the Dragoons getting hit, getting surrounded, but huge Scarab. Well, another huge Scarab, killing so many SCVs. He's not going to be able to kill him, but this is so many SCVs. It's going to make it more than worthwhile.
This is a historic move that we have just seen, Chill. A 1 gateway Reaver Bulldog. I have never seen that before, and it worked. You know, he lost all his units, he lost his shuttle, but look at that Reaver, 11 kills on it, chasing SCVs across the map. I've never seen anything quite like this. A slow Reaver walking across the map, 4 SCVs in the middle just trying to get away. Idra's economy has been quite badly hurt. He's down at 38 supply. In the meantime, NonY up at 47. I don't even know what to say, man. That was really... NonY thought on his feet really fast. I don't think his intention was, okay, I'm going to 1 gateway Reaver Bulldog. No, I think that he saw an opportunity, he went for it, and it worked out brilliantly.
Those 4 SCVs able to sneak past the Reaver on the right side, so they're back returning to mining. It's going to be interesting. How does NonY follow this up? He's going up to 4 gateways now. I'd expect to see him taking a 3rd base, unless he's going to try to... Whoa, what is this Reaver doing? Be careful, guy. Oh, 2 vultures. That's, yeah, I'll take those.
Dude, that is actually great play, and it's really good that he did that, because I was just going to point out, Idra right now, he has 2 factories up, he's getting speed for his vultures, and that's a great move, because NonY lost all those units. Speed vultures are going to be twice as powerful. You know, they're going to be able to control the map, stop any expansions that are being made, maybe sneak in, kill a few probes, just because of the really low unit counts due to losing his units, sacrificing them during that attack. So to kill those 2 vultures with the Reaver, that's actually a huge move at this point for NonY.
Dude, what is this Reaver doing? The Reaver moving in, getting so many kills. It killed another SCV too. Here come the vultures without speed. Speed is finished. He's moving in. He's got a Dragoon on the ramp. Idra doing some good micro here to kill the probes. A lot of probes going down. 4, 5, 6. It looks like he's going to lose about 8 probes when all's said and done. So a good move from Idra to try to equalize the supply differential. We're at 52 for Idra and 65 for NonY. So NonY's still a little bit ahead, but that really helps Idra get back in the game.
Yeah, and just to point out again what I was saying there, if he had 6 vultures there, a lot more probes would be dead right now. And look at this. Now he has dropped a Reaver into the main base of Idra. He has no support units in that shuttle, though, just the shuttle with the Reaver. And Goliath's going to chase that off. But NonY doing a great job with that 1 Reaver this game. That is a MacGyver Reaver.
And finally, the 3rd base going up at the bottom left main. He's got NonY's got a nice little pylon wall there to block that off. Going to put the Nexus down now. And Idra making another command center, I find that surprising. I thought he would have wanted to improve his factory count, play a little safer. This move seems a little dangerous to me, making so many bases so quickly on a map like this.
Yeah, you know, the map is really quite big. I thought that he might get a little bit more aggressive, you know, maybe even throw up a starport, you know, try to regain some edge, stop NonY from taking a third base. But, you know, as you said, NonY has been taking that third base, and he's doing a great job with that Reaver. But here come 3 Goliaths out, and are they going to be able to snipe the shuttle? I think that they are. And there we go. He has killed the shuttle with the Reaver. That is painful for NonY. That is something that he really wanted to keep alive right now, both for containment and to break the first push.
Right, and as Idra was moving out, NonY could have just moved that, picked off vultures that are moving out, picked off scouting SCVs. But now Idra has, you know, he has no fear of moving out. 2 vultures now trying to find this base at bottom left.
And it looks like they're just going to miss the probes going in there. You know, another great use of a Reaver in the mid to late game is dropping it behind that pylon wall to stop vulture harass. So really just, you know, the tiny little moves that these two have been doing to each other, they're making these huge differences in the game. But here comes NonY's army, a bunch of speed lots coming in to clear out these vultures.
Yeah, of course they're laying their little nuclear bombs known as mines. That actually dealt a lot of damage to those zealots just from a few vultures. Idra now uses that time to push out just to this little area outside of his choke to control his third base. So it looks like that's going to go up a little, or pretty easily. I'm surprised, given that he fell behind in an economy, that he wants to push it to the late game like this, because NonY is known that, you know, the guy can make a lot of units. So I'm really surprised Idra wants to play that game with him when he's already at a bit of a disadvantage. Oh, look at this!
Huge attack right here. Speedlot's running right in, and it looks like Idra might be in trouble. He's very lucky the SCVs were there at this time, or he may have gotten completely slaughtered here. Instead, he is turning the battle almost into his favor. All the Dragoons look like they are going to melt, and wow, this game would have been completely different if he hadn't transferred those SCVs right there. The Zealots would have been up on the siege tanks, splash damage being dealt to the tanks, more damage from the Zealots being dealt to the tanks, and NonY actually would have crushed that battle if not for that SCV transfer. So Idra getting a little bit lucky right there, but I gotta tell you, I really liked the move from NonY, and I thought it was going to do better.
Yeah, a really smart move and really unfortunate. You can see Idra was kind of prepared for that kind of move, putting these depots out in front, but I feel like the game is completely even now, if not in Idra's favor. Idra's got his third base, mining very well. NonY is just trying to catch up, but he's a little behind on making that fourth, and he doesn't really have the worker saturation that Idra has.
Indeed, he does not. Idra, in fact, higher supply right now, 97 to 91. But NonY taking a fourth base, you know, getting a couple cannons up so that vulture harass is ineffective. But Idra, you know, he's scouting quite well. He sees that there is not a base down there where his vultures just laid that mine. And so that's got to make him feel a little bit at ease. He knows the base count of NonY, it's at 3 with a fourth making. And so, you know, when Idra knows exactly what his opponent is doing, he plays so many games that is going to give him confidence.
And NonY is one of the only Protoss players I've seen make 2 forages and really focus on upgrading in PvT. We've seen that time and again. He's got +1 working, and he just finished a forge in his main with armor coming, and we see the fabled Psystorm researching, just about pressing to half done. So once that gets out, I mean, everyone's going to be thinking about game 2.
Yeah, you know, it looks like NonY right now, you know, he has 130 supply, Idra 118, and it looks like he is battling the Zerg on this map. Mature Chrysalis going down, and a nice little spam of text right there. Looks like they probably had a little bit of lag right there. Goodbye, TSL Insane.
Oh, so Zerg is eliminated as Insane leaves, at least from that location. Big army moving down from Idra. He's always getting in position very quickly, preemptively sieging really well. I don't know how he knows NonY's army is coming, but I don't know, the Force or something, he just feels it. So High Templar now coming out for NonY, and he's got Psystorm finished, so that's going to kind of turn the battle around again.
And look at this, he's got SCVs, he's got Goliaths. He is really setting up a strong push here. In the meantime, NonY, oh, a bunch of mines hitting his Zealots, taking a lot of health off of them. That is going to hurt. But it looks like he can definitely hit this third base before Idra gets back there. Idra quickly backtracking, but NonY being slowed down by the mines, by the depot enough that Idra now in position. But, you know, that's great moves by NonY right there. He's really diverting the attention of Idra and delaying any attacks that Idra would have had on NonY's base.
Right, and that's the hallmark of a good Terran versus Protoss player, is how quickly they unsiege and get back into position. A lot of weaker Terran players kind of view the matchup as tanks are like immobile, they're like photon cannons. But the good players always have those tanks sieging in, out. And that's how you beat a good Terran player as well. You make him move around. And eventually he's going to open that, he's going to siege up the wrong way, and he's going to eat 8, 10, 15 storms.
8, 10, 15 storms. Wow, wow, wow. That is a lot of storms. Idra right now moving out once again. You know, NonY, where are his High Templars? I'm like looking for them. There they are. They're in the shuttle. But a Goliath with range attack in that shuttle. He's got to be careful. If he loses that shuttle, the game is going to be over. He needs High Templars, and he loses the shuttle with one left in it. But he does get off a couple side storms at least.
Yeah, so good play there. And look at the back at the choke point. Looks like NonY is holding off the army with just High Templar and a few units while moving into the third. Zealot's dealing with the army back there. I think he may have wanted to keep those alive, but that's going to delay the army coming back into the third, where these Dragoons are trying to just tear down the command center, repair little SCVs. It looks like they're going to be okay. He's now gone back to focusing on the army. That's unfortunate that he's trapped himself in there without Zealots, but still doing a lot of damage, forcing the army back around. Good play by NonY there.
You know, NonY is actually playing great. In the meantime, he's taking his 5th base over at about 9 o'clock or 8:30ish. And, you know, even though that little Dragoon snipe didn't work, in theory, a great move. And if we look down at Idra's push near NonY's base, NonY running in right now, a lot of speed Zealots. He's got some High Templars. Can he siege that siege tank swarm? And he does, right on top of it. If he can just get that Zealot in there, no, not quite, but almost breaks that push. NonY macroing well, expanding well, moving his units well. It looks like NonY is almost back into his full form.
And while that battle was going on, another High Templar got sniped. If NonY had kept that alive, got the 2 storms on that clump, he would have shut that down. Idra now focusing on pushing to the 3 o'clock. He's got the command center building there very quickly. Idra seems comfortable to just keep expanding and not focus on making too many production facilities, but still macroing a huge army here, keeping pace with NonY. Looks like NonY wants to move out again. He's even got a probe in that army. Zealots running in, trying to get up to the tanks. All the vultures dead. Now here come the High Templar. Where are the storms? Let's see the storms, NonY. Few storms going off, just one, and now he's forced to retreat. So not the best breaking attempt there from NonY.
You know, it's too bad NonY has played a really nice game here, but it looks like Idra is going to overwhelm him. NonY's supply dropping off in comparison. He's slightly below in supply right now, and just fighting off Idra's army with reinforcements. Not a good place to be in, but his upgrades are great right now. +2 attack, +1 armor against just a +1 of Idra, and pung mode being used. Who needs siege? Well, nice side storm right there. Even the probes coming out to battle.
Yeah, the probes want to get into it, but against vultures, that's not going to work out that well. And this is an outsider. Once you lose your natural, you know, the game is over. You're cut off from reality. So it's not going to look good. Storm there again. Look at all these High Templar rolling out. But he's probably not going to be enough to break it. Idra reinforcing very well. Look at this train coming down the middle towards the natural of Terran units. So, I mean, all credit to NonY. He played an incredibly strong game. And as you said, who knows how the game would have turned out had that SCV train not been in front when NonY decided to attack.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think that he would have definitely won this game otherwise. He is actually macroing like a monster this game. He's got 11 gateways in his main. He has had 1 unit in each of them for a long time. I keep going back to check. Trust me on that one. Really great play out of NonY. And, you know, it's sad to see him go down like this. It looks like my prediction, though, Chill, is going to turn out to be the right one.
Well, you are a genius. I know 천재입니다. So
Nah.
But nah. So but you know, the great thing about this is even though we're seeing a great player go down, he's not eliminated from the tournament. So we're going to see more of NonY, and he looks to be in form, and that is very exciting to me. because he's basically playing the best foreign in the world. Anything that if he takes a game, that's a win in my book. So he's playing very well. I want to see how he can play against the rest of the field, and I'd expect him to see him go deep in this tournament.
Yeah, you know what? After seeing NonY's games here, I have full confidence. I thought before he'd probably end up winning his group, and now I really feel he's going to. I do not see him losing. I see him going into the round of 16 just like Idra. He's lost to Idra, but it was close. And, this is about as close to beating Idra as we may see throughout the tournament. Very few players can really put up games of this skill level. And, ooh, the last shuttle of NonY going down. He's got almost no supply, and it looks like Idra is just going to clean up now.
And I respect that NonY isn't giving up. He's got a lot of bases and a lot of income. I mean, it's easy for us to say as observers the game is over, but he's throwing up a lot of gateways at the bottom left. He's trying to put something together. We've seen bigger comebacks than this come together. And the reason I know NonY is a smart player is because when his main was getting siege, he hit that K key, made a few Dark Templar, and that just cleaned up the attack. But we see he's moving in at the bottom here. A lot of good storms coming in, but Idra's going to be able to move in, take out that Nexus, and that's probably going to be it.
Yeah, look at this. Really good storms. NonY is being as cost-effective as you can possibly be with one Dragoon and one High Templar against, 150 supply Terran army. But it is not going to be enough. Maybe he needs to hit K a few more times, but I don't see him doing that. Just Dragoons and Zealots being made, more and more gateways, and he just has no economy left. He's lost that 830 base. He's lost his natural. He's lost that natural down at the 6 o'clock main. And all he has left, is about 8 gateways, just pumping out units, sitting on top of a ramp with a third the supply of Idra. Really well played, but we should be seeing GG any moment here.
And Idra taking the natural of NonY to try to send a message. He's going to be mining from what was once yours. Moving in now, this is going to be it. Yeah, I mean, there's about 7 Dragoons there, just trying to hold it together. NonY, again, using this as practice partner time to practice his micro. But yeah, we all know it's over. But a great series, very entertaining from both players.
Yeah, man, he's putting on a micro clinic right now. It looks like he's going to kill the last units at the bottom of the ramp. And really, NonY, it is time to say GG. You are not actually a Korean pro gamer who cannot leave the game until he has 0 supply. Come on now. So it looks like this is going to be the last attack. Zealots just evaporating to the siege tanks. And Idra taking down this series 3-1. Really impressive play by both players. I'm not really surprised by Idra's impressive play. He's been showing a lot of that this year. But by NonY's, hell yes I am. Great play. Wow, it's so exciting to see him in good form.
Yeah, I gotta agree with what you say. I mean, this is pretty. You had to push so far. It was very impressive. Good game. Wow, that's actually a little bit classy. that's nice to read.
Yeah, I think that may have been sarcasm, but I'll leave that up to the viewers to decide.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know, man. He is American. Let's leave it at that.
Well, wow, what a series. I mean, I'll never forget that moment where the Psy Storms turned that game on its head. But the results, as expected, as Genius Artosis predicted, 3-1 for Idra. So Idra is going to move on now into the round of 16 in monstrous form. NonY, he's going to be pushed down to the upper area of Group A. And I'm trying to remember who's in that group. It's
Nemu, Horror,
Nemu,
and
Horror,
someone.
Kenzie?
It might be.
So I think he should be able to do well.
Definitely. Horror, a very well-known name from Germany, represented him a few times in the World Cyber Games final. The other two, a little bit less unknown, up-and-coming players from France and Bulgaria. But I think that NonY, definitely the big name there. He can definitely take it out.
Right, and if you can't get more of the TSL, the round of 48 games are being played right now. You can watch the replays as they come in. They're on the homepage, teamliquid.net. And also, we have Day 9 going to be broadcasting tomorrow. He's going to be watching some replays from that day, and I think it's going to be a full stream again tomorrow. So come in and I check that out, and I mean, we're back in full swing now. Now this is the TSL, and you're going to be seeing broadcast after broadcast as we move forward in this tournament.
That's right, man. You know, this was the PokerStrategy.com Team Liquid Star League, the opening match, and what a great match to have. NonY against Idra. Amazing play by both players. Make sure y'all tune in for Day 9's cast tomorrow, and just keep updated. Check Team Liquid out. This is the greatest tournament in the world. StarCraft 2 is on the horizon. This might be the final, the greatest tournament of all time in StarCraft. So make sure you watch it. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you so much to PokerStrategy.com for helping us out, sponsoring this tournament. Everyone go check out their site for sure. And so this is Artosis and Chill signing off. Thanks for watching.